ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
मदनुग्रहाय परमम्
मदनुग्रहाय परमम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
गुह्यमध्यात्मसंज्ञितम्
यत्त्वयोक्तं वचस्तेन
यत्त्वयोगं वचस्तेन
मोहोऽयं विगतो मम
मोहोऽयं विगतो मम
भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां
भवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां
श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया
श्रुतौ विस्तरशो मया
त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष
त्वत्तः कमलपत्राक्ष
माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्
माहात्म्यमपि चाव्ययम्
एवमेतद् यथार्थत्वम्
एवमेतत् यथा तत्त्वम्
आत्मानं परमेश्वर
आत्मानं परमेश्वर
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि मे ते रूपम्
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम्
ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम
ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तम
मन्यसे यदि तच्छक्यम्
मन्यसे यदि तच्छक्यम्
मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो
मया द्रष्टुमिति प्रभो
योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वम्
योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वम्
दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम्
दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम्
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
पश्य मे पार्थरूपाणि
पश्य मे पार्थरूपाणि
शतशोत्थसहस्रशः
शतशोऽथ सहस्रशः
नानाविधानि दिव्यानि
नानाविधानि दिव्यानि
नानावर्णाकृतीनि च
नानावर्णाकृतीनि च
पश्यादित्यान् वसून् रुद्रान्
पश्यान्दित्यान् वसून् रुद्रान्
अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा
अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा
बहून्यदृष्टपूर्वाणि
बहून्यदृष्टपूर्वाणि
पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत.
पश्याश्चर्याणि भारत.
So Sri Krishna has accepted Arjuna's request from Darshaya, that is the request in Shloka number 4. And immediately he answers, Pashya, he says. So the question has been answered. And in Shloka number 6, which we have to do, he is already saying, he's saying, Pashya, Adityan, Vasun, Rudran, Ashwinav, etc. He started giving a list. Previous chapter, Vibhuti. This chapter, Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay, which is started with this sloka. Okay. So he is saying, see, it appears similar. Vibhuti Yoga and Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga appear similar. Because now, again, Devata Darshanam, our idea of Devata is so critical, so important, so amazing, that every phenomenon has been represented by a Devata. So that we can never say, nobody can say, I don't know, that the process of production of rain is something that's complicated or something that's essential for human survival. All this nobody can say because we have Devata. As a child, Devata Drishti is there. And so it allows us, it's a window of opportunity for us to appreciate this Vishwarupa Darshanam, and through which Vedanta is also understood. And so here again, every phenomena of nature is being, some of them are being described here, okay? So, Pashya Adityan, okay? So, this Aditya is an important devata for us. Aditya Hridayam is there, and of course, Aditya Darshanam and all is there. So, in Brihadaranya Upanishad, okay? So, this Shakalya is asking the question, Katame Adityaha iti. He is asking the question. And I think it's being asked to Yajnavalkya. And then the answer is given. Okay. Dvadasha vai masas samvatsarasya yete adityaha. Like that he's saying. Okay. So the presiding deity of each month of the 12 months of the year, samvatsarasya, Dvadasha also he said, it's called Adityas. Okay, that's what he's saying. And because every month is different, harvest season is only in a particular month, early months of the year only, and summer is summer. Summer vacation is only happens in summer. I don't know if summer vacation started first or school season started and then they had vacation in summer. Therefore, we call it summer vacation. I don't know. So that's when it happens. Cold season, winter, etc. There is a beauty for that also. So somehow it seems to be aligned with the biological clock of animals and human beings also. So the role of the sun is split into 12 parts. And so he's saying that, okay, now he's also saying in that mantra, he's saying, Yete hi idam sarvam adadanaha yanti. You don't have to write this down. Adadanaha yanti. This is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. 3.9.3. Later on, you can look it up. 393. Okay. Sarvam idam adadanaha yanti. Whatever is being offered here, he carries. Therefore, he is called, carries means adadanaha. And therefore, he is called Aditya itself. Look at the meaning given. Why he is called Aditya? Because he carries. In Mundaka, there is a mantra. Okay, there is a mantra which says, which talks about Mundaka Upanishad. It talks about the karma that is performed by a Vaidika. Okay, and normally Upanishad will not talk about karma. Okay, why it should talk about karma? It can only say at best, karma will not give you moksha. So let me tell you how to get moksha. That's all over. That is the Upanishad that is very short also. Upanishads are short. And see, Katha Upanishad is 120 or less than 120 mantras. We think it is long because we are only studying one mantra a day, a week or something. But normally this is nothing. 120 mantras is nothing. So they won't talk much about karma. But the Mundaka Upanishad says this karma, yehi iti. So when you do the karma properly, first it says you should do it properly. All the accessory karmas that are there, you must complete. And then the Adityas will welcome you. Yehi iti. You know, yehi na ennathu theriyuma? It means in marriages, Aiye padariye, they say, like that, these Adityas will say, it seems. Yehi iti. They will call you. Please welcome, welcome. Come on. And you are now going to enjoy the pleasures of all the results of all the karma you have done. And then like that, they will take you like this. In the form of sun's rays, adadanaha, suryasya rashmayaha, these words are used. Ahutayaha, the ahutis you offered will invite you, and then along with you will merge with the Aditya's rays, suryasya rashmayaha, and then they will take you. Where will they take you? Swargaha. Yatra Patihi Swargasya Patihi Ekodhi Vasaha, where there is the unrivaled King Indra is ruling. There they will take it. That is what this mantra says. Upanishad will not generally talk like this. So there Adadana. So there Adityas. Also there also Rashmaya, Suryasya Rashmaya is mentioned here in Brihadaranyaka. Okay. That same mantra says, Idam sarvam adadanaha yanti. Tasmat adityaha. Therefore, they are called Aditya, it seems. Okay. So here, Krishna is telling what? Krishna is saying, hey, look, I am in the form of the Adityas. I am in the form. Vishwarupa Darshanam, he's introducing really. And so, if you can see the sun, you can visualize the sun. Any time of the year you can visualize, because 12 Adityas, and I am that Aditya. Okay. Then Vasu. Okay. Vasuhu. Ashtavasu. We saw it earlier also. Ashtavasu. Okay. But here again, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. The dialogue is going on. And he says, Katame Vasavaha iti. Tell me who are those Vasus. Okay. Shakalya is asking. And the answer is, you don't have to write this down. Agnischa, Prithivija, Vayuscha, Antarikshancha, Adityascha, Dyauscha, Chandramascha, Nakshatranicha, Ete Vasavaha. Like that he's saying. Okay. So, Agnischa, Agnihi, okay. Prithvi for us is the earth that we live on, that Prithvi, Agnischa, Prithvicha, or Prithvi Tattva. Panchabhuta Tattvam also you can take, because he's going to say Agnischa, Prithvicha, Vayuscha. So otherwise, the earth that is supporting all living beings is me only. Agnischa, Prithvicha, Vayuscha, okay. Antarikshancha. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Antariksha. The Bhuvar Loka. The Loka which is between Swargaloka and Bhuloka. That is called Antariksham. Okay, that's a commonly used word. Antariksham means the world which you will pass through before going to Swargaloka. That's the idea. And then Adityascha Dyauscha. So here Aditya is mentioned. Suryaha, Bhaskaraha. And then Dyauscha. Dyav is getting to Swargaloka. Getting to that is Swargaloka, Dyav. Then Chandramaha Cha, the moon, and then Nakshatrani, the stars. These things pretty much cover the all galaxies, everything covered by these words. Adityascha, Nakshatrani, Cha. Okay. Yeteshu hi idam sarvam vasu hitam iti tasmad vasavaha iti. Okay. He's saying, he's also telling, why is it called vasu? Asmin vasati iti vasu. The world lives on this vasu. The world survives on this. Prithvi, Agni, Vayu, etc. is needed. And the whole life is resting on them. And vasna hai na? So vasati, so living in, so living. And so because the world is living on them, it is called vasu. That is what this Yajnavalkya is telling. Okay. So may you see Ashtavasus are visible to the naked eye. Correct? Everything we said so far is visible. So you can see all of them. They are a form of my Vishwarupa. They are in my Vishwarupa. Previously he said, I am in the Ashtavasu, I am manifesting as. Here he is saying, in my Vishwarupa, you can see all these things. Different language. Correct? In my Vishwarupa, all these things. See these Ashtavasus in my Vishwarupa. Okay? That is, that means what? If you see these things, it's as good as you're seeing my Vishwarupa. Okay? Then look at this. Rudran. Katame Rudraha iti, the same Shakalya is asking. Iti dashame purushe pranaha atma ekadashaste te rudraha. Okay. Pancha jnanendriya, pancha jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, yekaha manaha. So the sense organs, and then the organs of action, 5. Okay, and then manaha, mind. Those are the ekadasha rudraha. Okay. Yada asmat sharirat martyat uta utkramanti atha rodayanti tad yad rodayati tasmad rudraha. He's saying why they are called rudras. Very interesting. Very interesting. They are called rudras because when they leave the body that has passed away, this Ekadasha Rudra, they will leave, means the Sukshma Sharira doesn't exist anymore, has to leave. And so when they leave the body, they make the relatives weep. They make the relatives cry, it seems. Because these things make the relatives cry, and because Rodayati means to cry, to make somebody cry, they are called Rudras, it seems. That is how this person was answering. Yajnavalkya is doing this answer. Rodayati. Now, Rudra has another meaning. So, when we chant Rudram, that is not the meaning. Okay? Don't say we are worshipping the guy who is making us cry and all. That's not the right meaning. Rutu Dravayati. Rutu means sadness. Dravayati, one who eliminates, removes sadness, is called Rudraha. There, that is the meaning. Okay. See these Rudras, okay, in my Vishwarupa. Get used to seeing all these things, which means now from the outside, you're coming back to the microcosm because Pancha Indriyani are right here. You don't have to go outside to look for anything. You don't have to say it's a cloudy day and all that. Cloudy day means suddenly Pajanyova, Apa, Mayatanam, cloud also will be there. Okay. So there's no way of escaping. Mantra Pushpam. Pajanyova, Apa, Mayatanam, Ayatanavan Bhavati, Yah Pajanyasyayatanam Veda. So it's coming. So then Ashwinau, the discussion is continuing. They are the devatas presiding over the pranas, okay, Ashwini Kumaras. So something like Rudra's assistants, okay, Rudra's assistants. Next, Marutaha Tatha. Marutaha Tatha. So different types of wind. Marudganaha. There is Marudganaha we saw earlier. So different types of breeze, gusts of wind, storm, tornado, cyclones, all these things are all Marudganaha, Marutaha Tatha. And then Bahun Adrishta Purvani. Bahuni Adrishta Purvani. That's the way you have to split it. Bahuni. And many other things Adrishta, you have not seen before. Those you can see now in my Vishwarupa. Be ready. This is like he's giving an introduction. He's giving a preview. What's going to happen? Pashya Ascharyani Bharata. See, those days, we used to, at least in some schools, they used to take the children out, go to the garden, go to some picnic, etc., see animals, look at all these look at all these bees, the small insects will be there, and look at what it is doing, and then look at the butterfly, what it's doing, look at pollination. So like that, the children must be shown all these things. These days, the time spent on the phone is so much, they're not even interested in playing outside. Okay. They're not interested because this phone is too attractive and so much is going on. And so that is now when I read all these things, when I used to read all this, I was reminded that how important it is because Krishna is asking us to watch all these things. Otherwise, his Aditya and Rudranana will be meaningless. If I can't appreciate the sunshine, if I can't appreciate the flying, the bird is flying, and the sparrow is calling from outside, kick, 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 kick. You have to go and dialogue with it. What's up? Good morning. This kind of thing has to happen. That's when we can connect to the outside world. I don't know, that connection teachers should somehow bring to children. This is another idea. This is something I think maybe the next opportunity I get in a school or a college, I should bring it up. Because they're hooked to these computers and many of them may lose track of this. And the pressure is only building year after year. Pressure is only building. There's no thing like next year I'll do it. There's no next year. Summer vacations, I have no idea what they do these days. And but I think they are busy, they're playing because most parents say it's very difficult to handle children in summer vacation. So that means they run loose, I think. So anyway, Pashya Ascharyani. Why I said all this? Ascharyani Pashya. All these things are Ascharya. A bird is able to fly is an Ascharya. That a human being is going to look at it and say, you know what, why can't I fly? Why can't I create something which will fly? That also is an Ascharya only, because not everybody is going to get that idea. It's an Ascharya, no doubt. And now Air India has given an order of some 250, I think, aircraft from Boeing, wide-bodied aircraft and normal aircraft from Boeing, 250. It's in the largest order made by, I don't know, in the world or not, but definitely in India, it is the largest order, 250. um, so, rain also. Rain also. When it rains, you just for a second at least watch it and say, okay, the the water is coming on earth. Without water on earth, especially with the population increasing so much, I don't know how we're all surviving. Where is this water coming from? We have to just think for a second. I think, you know what, the more I think about it, we have to find a way to teach, because teach at least small shlokas, something to children, something. Because then only what will happen, we will start thinking, what's the meaning of all this? And how do I explain this to children? How do I explain this? Because you'll be scratching your head. How to explain it? And these children will ask me now questions. At least adults in the Zoom class, they won't ask that many questions. But children means this, that, they'll be constantly raising hands. They'll be constantly, and you encourage them and they go even more. And that girl, right, Sudiksha, in the Shivaratri. So they will be the Purva Pakshis. They are the greatest Purva Pakshis. They will tell you 10 reasons why you are wrong. Can you believe this? How can you need a lot of patience to sit in front of just one child? And so I think this rain, those days I remember artificial rain they used to talk about. I don't know if they talk about it now. I don't see it in the newspapers. But silver iodide crystals. So what they do is they inject silver iodide and then rain. And then you ask them how it happens. They said silver iodide crystals can initiate the process of condensation provided clouds are there. So clouds must be there. Okay, fine. So who's going to bring clouds, Which aircraft? They need to make some new aircraft for that. But anyway, so clouds must be there. So parjanyo va apama yatanam ha yatanavan bhavati. So that when I see a cloud there, I can say, okay, you have a role to play. That's why you have come here today. Correct? There's the reason why a cloud is there. Big cloud, small cloud. So then what happens? Suppose we are going on a trip somewhere, and then dark clouds have come. And we are worried about what happens, how heavy the weather is going to be, whether we can drive, what will happen, this, that. Our concerns kick in. So better to get used to seeing all these things and appreciating. And so, Pashya Ascharya, you can look at anything and then observe me, Ascharyani Bharata, like that he's saying. The other day, one black ant was there, somewhere moving on my arm here. And it's harmless. Black ant is small, black ant is harmless. I mean, it can bite, but it's generally harmless. And so I looked at him and said, what are you doing here? It's maybe you just accidentally must have dropped off from somewhere or whatever. And he lost his way, I'm sure. Because otherwise, then he's constantly going to roam around. And if I'm not careful, one hit like that and he'll be gone. And so I was having a small dialogue with him just for a few seconds. And then I placed him elsewhere. And we should show this to children. That dialogue. See how you can dialogue with an ant. And what all ants can do in this world. Without ants, you know what? Within 40, 50 years, we will not survive. Why? Give them some ideas. And these days, they will look up Google afterwards. You can ask them to look up Google and tell them why, etc. So I think we have to find a way to channelize the energy of our children. So here for us, Pashya Ascharyani. Every Acharya, everything is an Acharya. If you don't think it's an Acharya, try to convert it into an Acharya first. And then Pashya. Appreciate that. So we can make a list of all these things. And then every day a mini project. Cockroachaya namaha. Remember the other day I said. So cockroach also, do something. How did they survive this many millions of years, they say? Ice ages and all, they survived and it's like this, they're talking. So how can a cockroach survive that many years? So, or that many ages, So, Pashya Adityan, right? So, Rudran Ashwino Marutaha Tata Bahun Adrishta Purvani Pashya Ascharyani Bharata. Hey Bharata. Let's translate this shloka. Oh Arjuna, see Adityas, Vasus, Rudras. See Adityas, Vasus and Rudras, and Ashwins and Maruts. Ashwin. I'm reminded of our Swapnaji's son, Ashwin. Full stop. See many wonders which are not seen before. See many wonders which are not seen before. O Arjuna, see Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwins, and Maruts. Full stop. See many wonders which are not seen before. Not seen before by you within brackets. Okay, let's chant the next one. Ihaikastham jagat kritsnam
Ihaikastham jagatkritsnam
pashyadya sacharacharam
pashyadya sacharacharam
mama dehe gudakesha
mama dehe gudakesha
yachanyad drashtumichyasi
yachanyad drashtumichyasi
ihaikastham jagat kritsnam
ihaikastham jagatkritsnam
pashyadya sacharacharam
pashyadya sacharacharam
mama dehe gudakesha
mama dehe gudakesha
yachanyad drashtumichyasi
yachanyad drashtumichyasi.
Iha. That's the key. Where should I see all these things? Iha. Iha means here. Here itself. Here itself. We are not traveling anywhere. To have this war, we have to travel from your kingdom all the way to Kurukshetra, and then we have to assemble and all that. But to see Vishwarupa, guess what? You don't have to travel anywhere. Okay, Iha. That's the key word there. Iha. Taittiriya Upanishad there. There is a mantra, Akasha Shariram Brahma Satyatma Pranaramam Mana Anandam Akasha Shariram Brahma. So what if you want to know what is the body of Brahma, then that's not a problem. Akasha. Akasha Shariram. Get used to seeing that. Akasha. So here Kritsram Jagat, the entire world, the entire universe, Iha is there in Ekastam. It is there in my Vishwarupa. So is interesting language. In my Vishwarupa, you see all these things. Okay? And Kritsnam Jagat, entire world. See, the more I study this, the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, these are the main texts anyway. There no other, means there is no greater text than these things. Many texts are there, but nothing can be said as greater or lesser. And so it's been there for so many ages. And everywhere this Vishwarupa Darshana is there. Everywhere Ishvarasya Nivritta Upadana Karanam is there. And Jagat is equal to Ishvara, is always there. Okay. And this Bhagavan, the idea that God is in heaven, and that becomes ultimate. Even in our Shastram, Indra Devata, other Devatas are all in heaven. Okay, they're all in heaven. The idea that our God is heaven and you have to go to heaven, I think that is a Western concept. That as a moksha is a Western concept. You think about it. You just spend some time to think about it. See, if it was our concept, all children would say God is there. How come the child says God is here in me? Very interesting it is. Children here will say, the Hindu children will always say God is here. Or God is everywhere, like that they will say. So if God is everywhere, travel to a particular place to see God, etc., is really a Western concept. I think it's a concept that worked well to subjugate people, to control people. Yeah, this is my theory. Okay, you can others may have proposed this theory, but you can think about it. Okay, see, Ramanujacharya also only 1,000 years ago. Okay, we had all these darshanas. Okay, Shad darshanas were there, but Ramanujacharya was only 1,000 years. Before that, there was no idea. The question that the minute you say you have to go to heaven and that is the end, it's an odd concept. Okay, we're not judging anybody, but you think about it. Shankaracharya did not invent Advaita Vedanta. He's not the father of Advaita Vedanta and all that. No chance. No chance. They're all acharyas. They only tell us what was already there. And so the more you read all these things, this is the idea that I'm getting. So in Vishnu Sahasranama, Upado Yasya Nadir Veda, Chandra Suryo Chanetre, Karna Vasha Shiro Deor Mukhamabidahano Yasya Vasteyam Abdihi. There itself, Bhupada, etc., we saw before. Okay, in the Vibhuti section, we saw it. And then Antastham, next line, right? Antastham Yasya. Okay. So Vishwam Sura Narakhaga Goboghi Gandharva Daityahi Antastham. The entire Jagat is in me. Here, what is he saying? Ihastham. Iha ekastham, he says. Iha ekastham. Yeah. Iha ekastham. Okay. So Antastham Yasya Vishwam Sura Narakhaga Gobhogi Gandharva Daityahi Chitram Ram Ramyate. So there also same idea is being said. See the world in me. See the world in me, right? So there Vishwam Sura Narakhaga, all the devas, all the human beings, Nara, Khaga, all types of flying objects, Khaga, go, animals, okay, Bhogi, Bhogi means it's a type of creature, snakes, which look like human beings, okay, serpent men, okay, and then Gandharva, Gandharvas and Daityas, the Asuras, okay. There it is said, okay. Here, Krishna is shown in what color?
Blue, no?
Blue color. Blue. Popular color is blue. I mean, that's the main blue color. Why blue color? Because blue is the color of sky.
Neela Megha Shyama.
He's called Neela Megha Shyama. See, we've seen brown color, light brown, dark brown color. We have black also. Black. And, you know, the American Natives are called blacks, not natives, but people who migrated from America, who are made to migrate from America are called blacks. And you can literally see skin is black in color. And fair color, we've seen all these colors. Maybe a reddish complexion we've seen. But then blue color, no, we've not seen anywhere yet, blue color. And Krishna is blue. Very beautiful. So Akasha, Krishna represents Akasha. Krishna is all pervasive. That is why blue in color. Neela Megha Shyama. So that Vishwarupa Darshanam is right there. Hey, don't look for me somewhere. We should ask the people who are all lining up to Golok Vrindavan. You should tell them this and see what they say. Okay? Tera Krishna yahin par hai. We should tell them. So, therefore, if I see Krishna in that form, then everything is included, because entire Akasha, everything is there, and all galaxies, everything is going to be there. He's going to show shortly. And that's what happened. Balakrishna, Chota Krishna opened his mouth to his mother, and the mother could not handle it. The entire world is there, could not handle it, because she is still having that Putra Drishti, my little son that I have to protect. And this idea is there. And you put some mud or something in your mouth, and therefore that idea is still there. So even though she got Vishwarupa Drishti, look at that, correct? And she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. Because the Drishti is needed. The other day we saw some examples, right? Shabari, etc. We said Shabari had Drishti of Rama. Ravana also had Drishti of Rama. And so, but then the effect is not the same. Effect is not the same. And so, if a child says, "Oh, blue skin," that means Krishna was lacking oxygen or what? These children might say all that. They will ask. I'm preparing you right now. If they ask all these questions, don't get shocked. Okay, very good thinking. Encourage them. That's the way to think. But then sky is blue. There's a lot of oxygen there. And so, like that, we have to say something. see, whenever I argue with a teenager or a child, and I get this cheap thrill, if they finally agree to what I said, because there's no guarantee that they'll agree. There's really no guarantee. When you walk into a room of kids, there is no guarantee. I mean, you know all these things. Who am I to tell you all this? But the other day, when Sudisha said, "Yes, I agree with you," I said, "Wow, not bad. Ishwara, or Shiva is there helping me out." Like that, I was thinking. So there is this Yasya Vasteyam Abdihi in that loka, Vishnu Sahasranam. Whose this ocean that you see in front of you is nothing but the belly of Vishnu. Okay. Now look, Vasteyam Abdihi. This is taking me somewhere else. Vasti. Vasti means that belly area. Okay. All this kidney area and gastrointestinal area, that's lower, that abdominal area is called Vasti in Sanskrit. Okay. So Vasteyam. Vasteyam means that area represented by the Vasti. Vaanga. Nee vandutiya? Karthik. Right. Ama odindru. Pungadi. அப்பா ரெடி ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பாரு வேலை குளிச்சு ரெடி ஆயிருக்கணும், பண்ணியாச்சு. பூங்கடி உட்காந்துருக்காரு. சரி, ரைட். Today is Amavasai, no? So Vaste, that area, Vasti. Now Vasti, why I said all this? This waste in English. Waist, waist. Why should it be called waist? It's coming from this vasti, and then vasteyam, and then in Tamil we call this thing that we tie. It's called veshti, and so there is a connection between waist. We tie it around the waist only, you know. So that idea came when I was thinking of this. Vasteyam abhi. Therefore, iha ekastam. Okay, ekasmin akasha rupe sharire, Shankaracharya says. Akasha rupe. Bring it all back to akasha, even though the word akasha is not there in this mantra. Iha ekastham akasha rupe sharire sthitam. I am in the form of the akasha, ekastham, and all the things in the akasha also. Okay. Krishnam Jagat Adhya Pashya. Adhya means today, here. Here itself, now. Adhya means now. Pashya. See the vast universe. Okay. 1 second. So that vastness of the universe, may you appreciate. And the scientists also know, they also know that the universe is vast. They have been talking about galaxies, and they're inventing new galaxies, naming them stars, etc. They do it constantly. And our rishis also appreciated the vastness of the galaxy. What is the clue for that? See, the unit, what is the unit of distance? What is the biggest unit of distance that we know? Biggest unit of distance that we know.
Light years.
Light year.
Correct. Light year is the biggest unit of distance. Okay. So we shouldn't say miles, kilometers, 1,000 miles and all that. So the distance traveled by light in 1 year. 1 year. Okay, it's good to remind ourselves of this, because they say the sun is there. The sun itself is some 93 million miles away from us, I think. Okay, 93 million miles. Or I forget. No, I'm forgetting the numbers. But it takes 1.5 minutes for the sun, a light, to travel that long. Only 1.5 minutes. Okay, for the. Sorry, did I say 1.5 minutes? I think that's what it is.
7 minutes, I think.
Huh?
7 minutes. I think.
It's
8.5 minutes.
7 or 8.
Actually,
8.5 minutes.
8.5 minutes it takes. Correct. Yeah, 8.5 minutes it takes. And so when light travels, suppose a better way to imagine is this. Suppose it's circling the earth. Okay? Circling the earth. Because, you know, we can travel, we do travel. The fastest human travel is aircraft, at least ordinary human beings. And we know how much it takes to go to the other side of the world and then come back, you know. So 20, 25, 30 hours, 40 hours, like that it takes. Okay. Now, this light, the minute you shine turn on this flashlight and then turn it off, that light, okay, do you know how many rounds it will make around the earth in 1 second? Okay, I did a calculation. Yesterday I did a calculation. See, the speed of light is 186,000 miles per second, or 300,000 kilometers per second. Okay, 300,000 kilometers. And per second, not per hour and all. And the circumference of Earth is about 40,000 kilometers. So if you do your math, it will come to about 8 circles. That photon would have circled the Earth 8 times in 1 second. 8 times in 1 second. Imagine circling the Earth 8 times in 1 second. Okay, and then like that, if it keeps on going, right, for 8 minutes. 8 minutes is a long time, because it's about 450, 500 seconds. And so 500 seconds, it keeps on going. That's how long it takes, right, to reach the sun. That's how far the sun is. And these fellows are talking about light years. 1 year, how much distance the light travels? That's the unit of light. That's the unit of distance. And then they say millions of light years after that. So that's how far these objects are, the objects that are visible to us also. Visible to us. Visible objects are that many light years away. That is why that star, they can afford to say that that star is much bigger than sun, even though it looks like a small little speck on in the sky. So it is vast. It's really vast. Hey, Arjuna, how many of you seen that video, Cosmic Eye, Google perspective video? I think I mentioned it earlier. And I think you should, if you've not seen it, you should see that video. I'm tempted to show that video, but if I show it here, I don't think you can appreciate the full beauty of it. That video is so amazing. Somebody has made it. It starts with, somebody in a park, and then the video camera just keeps on zooming up. Keeps moving up. So 1 meter and then 10 meters, and then it's centered on Google. So Google, that Googleplex complex, and then what is that place in California? I forget the city, Sacramento or something, and then Western California, and then California, and then North America, and then Earth. And then it keeps going up like that. And then Earth, and then the moon will come suddenly, and then suddenly all planets will come, and then the distance keeps on increasing. You should see that video. Beautiful it is. Keeps going up. And then after some time, it takes a while for the Milky Way to come. Between this and the Milky Way, there is a lot going on. And then nice video they've taken. Then finally, many more galaxies are coming, many billions of light years, etc. Finally, they say uniform universe. I don't know why they call it uniform universe. It's a technical word. I don't know what it means. Uniform universe. It's a mesh. They show a mesh. And then they take the video camera back. Zoom in. Zooming in. And then they won't stop at this. There is a lady. Her name is Louise. It's stuck in my head. Louise is her name. And then it goes into her eyes. It goes into the eyes, and then suddenly all the blood vessels are all visible. And then retina and all, and then keeps on going inside. And the distance keeps reducing. Micro, nano, this and that. Very beautiful it is. I think we should, I always awe watching that video. And what is the biggest unit of time that we know of? Space we know. Light year. What about time?
Yugas.
Okay, Yuga is a good one. Yuga is a good one. And then beyond Yuga? Kalpa. And so what is the connection between Yuga and Kalpa?
1000 Chaturyugas is one Kalpa.
No, Chaturyugas is not one Kalpa.
1000.
1000
Chaturyugas.
1000 Chaturyugas is one Kalpa. Correct. Good point. So that is 1 day, 1/2 day of Brahma, right? And then Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam Ahoratra Vido Viduhu, like that. Okay.
Tehoratra Vido Jana.
Tehoratra Vido Jana. Correct. So that is the longest unit of time that we know of. Absolutely amazing. It can be calculated, right? You know all that, right? So 1 Kalpa is 1000 Chaturyugas. 1 Chaturyuga is 4 Yugas. Kali. Okay, start from Satya. Satya Yuga. And then Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga is the smallest. So 432,000 human years. And twice that is the other yugas, then 3 times and 4 times. So the sum total will be 10 times 432,000 human years will be 4.32 million years. Okay, so that's the longest unit of time. And that is just one day, Brahma day, etc. Okay, so the fact that we have all this shows that humanity has appreciated the vastness of the universe. So Arjuna, think about all these things. And what kind of Jagat is it? Yeah, it is Sacharacharam Jagat, Kritsnam Jagat, complete world, complete universe, which is Sacharacharam. Two ways of interpreting Sacharacharam, moving and unmoving. Anything moving, anything unmoving. Or living, non-living. Both ways it is interpreted in our Shastra, living and non-living. So the moving things are all considered to be living, and non-moving things are considered to be insentient. Okay, then Mama Dehe, Mama Dehe, Mama Dehe. Not in this avatar, Krishna avatar Dehe. No, not that. Mama Vishwarupa Dehe. Correct? Vishwarupa Dehe Pashya. Hey Gudakesha, Sattva Guna Pradhanaha, Gudakesha. Okay, you are ready. You are the fact that you're listening to me, you've been listening to me all along, shows that you are Sattva Guna Pradhanaha. You're able to appreciate this and you want to know more. And so we will take you all the way. And then Yat cha Anyat Drashtum Ichchasi. So he's saying, anything else also you want to see. Because earlier he said in Vibhuti, Antaha Nasti, Nantosti. He said that. So there is no end to my glories. And here also he seems to, Krishna is offering to cooperate. Anything else you want to see also, he's given him like a great check, blank check. He said that. So let's look at the meaning here. O Arjuna. See here and now. See here, Iha and Adya. See here and now. In my body, okay, see here and now in my body, the entire universe with the movable and the immovable placed together. Okay, I did not explain this properly to you. Okay, Ekastham. Ekastham. The Sacharacharam, everything, I'm going to show you everything in one place. Correct? Ekastham. Ekasmin sthite. Okay, Akasha Rupa Sharira sthite. So everything you're going to see in one place. You don't have to look around. Oh, the moon is there. And then I have to wait till night to see the moon. And then sun is still rising behind the clouds. I have to wait for, no waiting, nothing. Ekastham. In one place, you can see all these things. Correct? Okay. So with the movable and immovable placed together, and also anything else that you wish to see. Okay. Oh Arjuna, see here and now in my body, the entire universe with the movable and the immovable placed together, and also anything else that you wish to see. Full stop. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.